Okay, now I'm live again. Okay, now I'm live with mine. So if you can get to my channel, um, if you can get to front page.
Is that going to end my broadcast?
No, keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep going.
No, keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep going. Yeah.
Yeah. Keep yours going, right? But if you have a computer, go over to the 62 front page, YouTube. Yeah. See? So click on mine. See? So click on mine. And then you can go, you can hear me, right? You can hear me, right? See that volume difference?
I can hear you on your stream.
Yeah. That volume difference? You're just about half that. You're just about half that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why that would be the case.
It may be a setting on.
I can try Apple headphones.
It may be a setting on your phone. But also, you know what? If you take a look at the dual panels.
Is this better?
But also, you know what? Hold on a second. Take a look at the dual panels. Is that? Hold on a second. Same. Give me a count.
Okay. Maybe it's a setting on my phone itself.
Yeah. Hold on. Say it again. Say it. Yeah. Hold on. Say it again. Say it. Say something.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Better. Just about.
That's with the headphones in.
Yeah, the headquarters. The headphones help. About 3/4. The headquarters. The headphones help. About 3/4. I would. Yeah, that's better. I think is that that mic. That's better. Because right now I've got the speakers all the way up here. I've got this speaker. See, I've got this speaker all the way up here, right? See, that's all the way up. Right? And then see, that's all the way up. And then here. And then these speakers are all the way up. Right? And then here. These speakers are all the way up. Right? Yeah. So it's, but the good news is in total. You've arrived. I would. It could be. I don't know Samsung phones well. I should because I covered CES the last 10 years in a row, right? In Las Vegas, but in Las Vegas, but it may be something. I don't know. Yeah, see, Joseph Amendola says, watching the live stream, he says you sound a little low. Yeah, see, Joseph Amendola says, watching the live stream, he says you sound a little low. Yeah. So all this is great because you'll become, yeah.
I'm gonna try a different mic.
So all this is great because you'll become, Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hey everybody, welcome, and we're breaking in Mr. Riggs. Welcome, and we're breaking in Mr. Riggs. Who has a very neat photograph of the Coliseum behind him.
Is this any better or still really low?
That's a little better, actually. That's a little better, actually.
That's a little better, actually.
This is the microphone on the shirt.
Oh, you know what? The closer you moved it to your mouth, the better it was. There's something.
The closer you moved it to your mouth, the better it was.
There's something about your Doppler in that phone. I don't know what's up with that.
There's something about your Doppler in that phone. I don't know what's up with that. There's something about your Doppler in that phone.
Yeah, Joseph says you sound better now. Yeah.
Yeah, Joseph says you sound better now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Joseph says you sound better now. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, that is better. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, that is better.
After this live stream, I can go into my phone settings and see if maybe something's turned down a little.
Okay, cool. Also, yeah, that'll do it. I'll research, because I don't know your phone, but I'll research that because this is something I've got to get down, you know, there. But
something I've got to get down, you know, there.
yeah, JB says you sound a lot better.
That's something I've got to get down. Yeah, JB says you sound a lot better.
Yeah. Welcome, man.
Yeah, JB says you sound a lot better. Welcome, man.
Now, can I ask you a question?
Yeah. Now, can I ask you a question?
Awesome, awesome.
Now, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Who's your top quarterback for the NFL draft and why?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Who's your top quarterback for the NFL draft and why? Yes, sir. Who's your top quarterback for the NFL draft and why?
Ooh. I'm going to go with Joe Burrow. It's close between him and Tua Tagovailoa, but because of injury concerns, and it's just not one injury, several lower extremity injuries, I would give the nod to Joe Burrow. And people would say Joe Burrow has less experience, but if you actually look at total pass attempts, I believe he is right on the same range as Tua Tagovailoa. So experience that Tua has more, actually, it's pretty close. So because of the injury history, I'm going Joe Burrow. He's got great movement in the pocket, keeps his feet underneath him, sneaky athleticism, real smart, prefers, spread out offense, brought that from the Saints. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. And I'm interested to see what Miami Dolphins do. Do they have to jump up to get Tua, or are they content with maybe taking a guy like Herbert? There's a lot of rumors about that. So a lot of exciting times, rumors in the draft world.
Yeah. I think I want to say just something. Joseph was saying that there was a triple voice, but that's deliberate because I want to be able to. Normally, I couldn't hear you, right? Because we have two different live streams, but in this way, we're actually communicating. So, right? Right? So it's kind of cool, I think. It's kind of a cool thing. It's like cool. It's kind
of cool, I think.
We don't have to have Zoom. That's what I was trying to explain to Jessica. We just do it like this.
We don't have to have Zoom, I think.
This is awesome, So anyway, Justin Haber, because he's 6'6".
There's another program that I dabbled with, and it's.
Oh, go ahead. What were you saying about the program?
Oh, go ahead. What were you saying about the program? Oh, go ahead. What were you saying about the program?
I forget what it's called, but basically you invite users and you can have multiple users and it live streams to YouTube automatically. So you have like 3 different window heads, and you see everyone's at different location, but it's on one screen. I forget what it's called, but if we had multiple vloggers on at once, it would be something that I think would possibly work. I haven't actually used it, but I've seen people use it on YouTube and examples of it.
See, I think
do some research
in this way, because we're both using smartphones. We can accomplish the same objective with just our smartphones, right?
We can accomplish the same objective with just our smartphones, right?
We can So it's kind of a trick way, you know. But getting back to
100%.
yeah. But getting back to what I was saying as far as Hey Bear, I wanted to avoid what I now consider the fact is that this guy is going to ball out in the NFL. I have seen him beat Cal personally on a number of occasions. He's fast, accurate thrower. He can be erratic at points. But I've seen enough good things from him that I don't want to bet against him. Now, Joe Burrow, to me, is a one-year wonder. Like Dwight Haskins was a one-year wonder. And you have to be, in his case, you have to be ready to play an offense just like he was in. And otherwise, and not only that, LSU had massive talent. So I'm not ready to anoint him the best player in the pros. He's got to prove it to me. And we're chalk now with great
I'm
quarterbacks.
going to give a little pushback.
Okay. Okay.
You give a little pushback.
Okay.
Here.
All ears.
Now, I would say this. Now, you say he's a bit of a one-year wonder. He really only mastered one system, which is true. But if you look at their career passing attempts, it's very similar to Tua. So his attempts, his in-game playing, he's got a lot of film still in 1 year. And my pushback with Herbert would be in a little bit of a weaker football conference division. Pac-12 is still a great conference. He was surrounded with one of the best offensive lines, if not the best offensive line this past year. A good young running back out there. And I just saw a lot of bubble screens, a lot of one read. Didn't really see a lot of three progression reads from him. He's got all the talents in the world, 4.0 student. I don't really care about that introvert thing that people say. He's got all the talent in the world. I just think that a lot of people kind of underappreciate the offensive line kind of he has. Maybe not you particularly, but he was able to sit back there and pass the ball if he really wanted to all day.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I would say maybe his coaching staff didn't help him enough by really giving him the keys to really let the engine ride. But to me, I think Joe Burrow is better, definitely.
The reason why I'll push back against that is because you mentioned plays. A number of NFL teams today, like the Ravens, I mean, let me put it this way. Let me take you all the way back to Bill Walsh and the 1978 publication of a paper called Controlling the Ball with the Passing Game. And in that, Coach Walsh, who I've had the opportunity to interview, and also Coach Mariucci, who learned from him. And I know John Gruden since '98. Basically, they teach you to zero in on one side of an offense. The plays are either left or right or middle, okay? And they're not gonna, no one's asking you to read the whole field anymore. That's a myth. Only radio announcers think that exists, you know? They don't. And so it's like, and there's a key reason for that, Mason. It's because the defensive line people are so fast, it'll make your head spin. You know, we've got what? Simmons running a 4.39 40 at linebacker. We had Devin White the year before running a 4.4 40. We had Montez Sweat, 6'4", 265, 4.4 40. I'm thinking, put him at tight end. He's playing defensive end, right? So these people are ungodly fast, and yet we have this I call it nincompoopery, where we put in these plays in that are 25 and 30 years old, and we think they're supposed to work. And so Bruce Arians trots out his offense from the 90s and thinks, oh, it's great and Jameis Winston's supposed to be the second coming. And I'm telling you this, Tom Brady is going to throw 15 interceptions next year. You watch, okay? At least. Because Bruce Arians' offense is substandard. And I can talk about that for hours. I mean, hours. So, but I digress. You've got. I think what I find exciting about Joe Burrow is his ability to run the read option, which I think is an ability that is underappreciated. He is very fast. I'm not taking anything away from Joe Burrow. Tua, I think, will be very effective. My only issue with Tua, to be honest, is Tua's short. And when Alabama played Clemson, we saw, and I've seen Tua, I've only been a few feet away from him. Okay? He makes me feel big. All right? I'm just being honest. He makes me feel big. I'm being honest. So, I think, look, each one of these products deserves a special scheme for themselves to excel. But the person that I think is as good as all of them is in the XFL in a backup role, and that's Tyree Jackson. Tyree Jackson is a product worth spending time developing. Period. End of story. The guy gets in the Senior Bowl last year. In the fourth quarter, he lights up 2 touchdowns. He's got Drew Lock turning heads, everybody turning heads. I said to Gruden, what's wrong with you? You're talking about somebody else. This dude's scoring touchdowns on you. Yeah, Daniel Jeremiah is saying, Daniel Jeremiah said when it was 3rd down and 8 on the 8-yard line in the Senior Bowl, well, he can't throw a short pass. So what does he do? He buggy whips a pass 8 yards for a touchdown. And I said that to Daniel at last year's NFL draft. I said, how did you like that? Why did you say that? Couldn't believe it. Why did you say that? I mean, these guys don't get a chance because you have these folks out there, then Steve Smith makes fun of them at the combine, and here Tyree Jackson still, fighting for his nut. It's horrible, man. Horrible stuff, man.
Well, how has he done in the XFL taking over for Cardell Jones?
I haven't seen his stats lately. I saw the one where he did really well. But that was really, he had taken over for Cardell Jones. And I can understand that because Cardell has some years on him. So who do you start first? You start Cardell. That was Pep's, choice. I think it was not Pep, but my whole point was that. Yeah, that was Pep Hamilton. So I would not have done that. I would not have done that. I would have put. Yeah, you're right. I would not have done that. I would have taken a chance on Tyree from the start because I've seen enough to know that this guy's got a talent that he is an unpolished gem. He is like
way more physical ability.
Yeah. He's like Blue Star Airlines in Wall Street, Yeah. He's like Blue Star Airlines in Wall Street, So
And the red zone package galore.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's built for the red zone right now. Taysom Hill type of style. Absolutely. Get him north-south. Throwing some chip blocks if you need. Get him going. And he's a gadget guy, definitely.
Yep.
And even if falling forward, let's say he gets tackled for 2 yards, he's going to fall forward for 3. Those guys, when they're 6'5", 6'6", they fall forward. I was watching a lot of criticism lately about T. Higgins, maybe rightfully so about skipping the 40 during the combine. But, you know, he probably got that advice from somebody. You know, they changed the times and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was rewatching the game versus Ohio State after he came back after an injury. And Clemson is pinned down at their 5-yard line. Still down. Jeff Okudah lined up on an island against him. Mano a mano. What do? Quick little bubble
Yep.
out to him. Boom.
Yep.
2-yard gain, but he falls forward and it's about 8 yards.
Yeah,
Why?
absolutely.
Because he just got linked.
Yep, absolutely.
And,
Hey,
know, I can just see that.
Absolutely.
That's an added bonus. When you just fall forward, you got linked, you're going to get 3 yards on top of it.
Hey, you get the last word
We were
because
talking about that when,
Hey, you get the last word.
you know, the first drive, he catches a 15-yard post on Okudah.
Mhm. Oh, I was going to say because I got to do an interview with a fellow from the Oakland Police Commission like right now, so I got to shift over and call him.
He catches a 15-yard post on Okudah, makes a nice play.
Okay.
Okay,
Hey, great job, man.
awesome,
Great job.
awesome.
Okay. Hey, great job, man. Great job.
And I'll be back. We'll have a beer live stream. We'll talk about the Raider thing, but I got to do this first.
Later tonight, guys, about Raiders free agents.
You got it.
On the defense.
Cool.
Stay tuned.
Got it. See ya.